Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Beyond Limits podcast. I'm your host, Eli Shalita.
And I'm your co-host, Greg Vaughn.
And today we have a very important subject we want to talk to you about, and that is on the topic of management. So you may ask, how to be a better manager? Well, look no further than this podcast right here, because we are going to give you 3 tips on how to be a better manager. Starting off with tip number 1, and that is always striving to be better than we were yesterday. In other words, we're talking about making our goals attainable. As a manager, there's always going to be a sales goal, a quota, or even a target that you've got to hit. And the one thing that was instilled in me by my leaders was that I've got to make small improvements every day to be better than I was yesterday. Oftentimes, we set our personal goals too high, and it seems really unattainable. But if you can get a hold of this concept, it will impact your personal and professional life immensely. When it comes to quick service restaurants, every second counts. Every passing minute feels like hours to customers. Unfortunately, there are stores out there that struggle with making improvements. Most of the problem is that they set their goals way too high or work themselves to death only to feel unaccomplished. Their problem lies within their attitude that says, we have to be better and it has to be done right now. Listen, you don't have to get good at something overnight. A house with a proper foundation that meets all the county and city's codes cannot be built overnight. Let's be real. Stop shooting for the stars and take baby steps. If you're at the gym, you can be benching 135 pounds, but maybe next week add a few more pounds. Add 5 on each side, and that takes it to 145. And maybe increase it just a little bit more the following week. But one thing for sure, what you're doing is you're getting better every single day and every single week. Work it up slowly. Don't try to put more weight on than you can handle. The same exact principle applies with management. If your store or company is in a mess, clean it up one desk at a time. Don't burn yourself out trying to fix everything to be perfect right now. Keep the goal in mind, but make small and measurable steps to get onto that goal.
The second tip that we want to give you is the golden rule, a little modified, but it's treat your employees how you want your customers to be treated. The 2 most important people in your business are your employees and your customers. One without the other are nothing. But when the employees are happy, your customers will be happy. As a leader, you need to be kind, respectful, and caring to your employees. They should want to work for you because you're good to them, not just because they need a job. I've been around long enough to see people come in and deal with rude and condescending managers only because they had to pay bills. We should never treat our employees or coworkers like that. How you treat your employees will be a mirror image of how they will treat your customers. If you make the environment happy and healthy, your line of customers that's backed out the door won't be stressful. But if you walk in with an attitude and begin to boss people around, guess what? You've set the tone for the day. It's okay to be the boss. People need structure and delegation. But you're not just a boss, you are a leader. Your crew look up at you to lead the way. This reciprocating respect junk needs to be thrown out. Show them respect whether you think they deserve it or not. Take the high road and lead with positivity and respect. And that brings us to point number 3, never stop learning. In my 5 years of being a general manager, there was always something new to learn. In order for me to fit the qualifications of a general manager, I had to have experience in each area of the store. I had to understand how each position operates, from crew to maintenance to opening and closing procedures. I also had to learn how to order products, create crew schedules, and get involved in the community. I was sent to several different classes, all to help sharpen and hone my skills in as a manager. Finally, for the general manager position, I had to be sent out of state for a week-long intensive training on all the ins and outs of the business. But even after all the years of training on top of training, there was still more events to attend. One seminar I remember was taught by Dr. Samuel Betances. He was an incredible coach, leader, and speaker. and he taught on the power of education and the importance to never stop learning. He had a rough life starting up, but now has a doctorate and is a powerful mentor. Another seminar we attended was taught by Curtis Zimmerman. He was an ex-circus performer with an incredible talent for inspiring people. So today he uses his experience from the circus to coach and mentor businesses across the nation. The point is that no matter what level you reach, what position or leadership you may hold, or how important you may think you are, there is always something more to learn. There is always something that can make you a better leader, a better boss, a coach, a mother, father, or even a friend. From crew people to CEOs, there is always something we can learn to improve our skills, customer service, profit and loss, and impact our overall business.
As we wrap up today's talks, we just want to say thank you for listening. And if you enjoyed today's podcast, make sure you hit that like button down below. And don't forget to subscribe to hear more on how to be a better manager. And we will see you in the next podcast.